Good evening all your coppets, welcome back to the Liver Live. In this video, we'll find out the latest news about Liverpool FC. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update. Arnold confirms 3 key Liverpool absences. Diogo Jota will miss Liverpool's trip to Arsenal on Sunday, with Arnold admitting Conor Bradley and Federico Chiesa are also set to be absent. Jota had to come off when he was injured in Liverpool's win over Chelsea last Sunday, and Reds head coach Slot says the Portugal striker is still sidelined. Darwin Nunez will continue in the number 9 role for Liverpool, and Slot said Chiesa and Bradley are also struggling to make the trip to the Emirates. I think they feel good, but not when it comes to playing for us at the weekend, said Slot when asked about the trio's fitness. Federico might train with us today or tomorrow, but Diogo definitely not, and Conor Bradley. Let's see if he can be with us tomorrow. Slot also claimed Alisson is progressing well as he recovers from his hamstring injury, but says he will not return soon. The Brazil goalkeeper is not expected to come back until after next month's international break, and Slot says it is too early to judge his recovery. He's progressing well, like we expect, but it's not a short-term recovery, so it's always difficult to judge him, he said. I think the best way to judge an injury is at the end phase of his recovery, and he's not there yet. So I can't tell you how long he will be out, but don't expect him to be in against Brighton in the Cup of next week. Slot expects Arsenal to provide Liverpool's toughest challenge yet after they came through their tough examination by Chelsea. I said before the game and after the game that I expect a lot from Chelsea this season, and I think they showed it last Sunday at Anfield, he said. They are a similar team as Arsenal when it comes to playing style. They also like to go with their fullback inside and have the same formation as Arsenal. If you look at the last 2 seasons, Arsenal were far ahead of us, but also above Chelsea. So you would assume playing Arsenal will be more even difficult, but let's see at the end of the season where Chelsea and Arsenal are. Normally you would, especially because it's an away game, that it is even more difficult than Chelsea at home, and we all saw how difficult Chelsea was. Carragher names 2 Liverpool need sign. It was a quiet summer for Liverpool, with Federico Chiesa arriving from Juventus and a 2025 deal for Georgi Mamardishvili agreed. Premier League clubs tend not to spend huge sums in January windows, but Carragher believes failure for his former club to do so could leave any title push in trouble. The 46-year-old has pointed to previous January signings as evidence that the right deal in the winter window can prove crucial. Virgil van Dijk joined from Southampton in January 2018, with Luis Diaz arriving from Porto 4 years later, and both remain key players under Slot. Dominic Szoboszlai has performed well off the ball, and he brings energy to the team, doing the dirty work as he puts it, but for all the possession he gets in good areas. He needs to be more productive in terms of his assists and goals, Carragher wrote in his Telegraph column. We are yet to see if that is part of his game. For the £60 million he cost, he too often leaves me wanting more. It does not need to all be a dirtier work when you have the time and space on the edge of the penalty area to find a teammate or unleash a shot. That number 10 position is one of the most coveted and is more often than not reserved for the superstar, game-changing player. Liverpool also need another defender. I have been saying for a few years that the club needs a multi-purpose defender on the left, someone who can cover for Andrew Robertson or play centre-half without weakening the back line. Manchester City have those utility defenders in Nathan Ake and Josko Gvardiol. Arsenal's Ricardo Calafiori comes into the same category. Liverpool confirmed major departure. Liverpool have confirmed long-serving director of scouting and recruitment Dave Fallows is leaving the club. Fallows will depart by the end of the year, having moved to Anfield in 2012. He exits having assisted with the transition to a new structure behind the scenes, following the departure of Jurgen Klopp and his staff, and the arrival of new sporting director Richard Hughes. Fallows arrived at Liverpool from his role as Manchester City's first-team scouting and recruitment coordinator. He has been a key part of Liverpool's squad building during his time at Anfield, but with the club's owners, Fenway Sports Group, overhauling football operations at the club and within the managing company, he is now moving on. FSG's overhaul saw Michael Edwards brought into a role with FSG, with Hughes as sporting director of the football club, bringing Mark Burchill with him from Bournemouth scouting department. Edwards and Hughes then oversaw the appointment of Arnold as Liverpool head coach, with a number of other appointments at Anfield and FSG, with Fallows now believing the time is right to call time on his Red stay. Dave has been a trusted colleague for over 10 years and a close friend for 2 decades, said Edwards. I respect his decision and wish him nothing but success with whatever he does next. He and his family will always be welcome at our club after the contribution he has made. We will miss him. Liverpool sporting director Hughes said, David's reputation is second to none in his field, and his achievements at the club mean he leaves with utmost gratitude and affection. It speaks volumes about Dave that he remained with us to help with the transition and settling in of a new football leadership team, including myself. I will always be grateful for his advice and assistance during this period. Liverpool go again. Zubimendi deal. Jamie Carragher feels that Liverpool should once again go after Martin Zubimendi, who rejected the chance to join them in the summer, after they felt he was the one. Zubimendi has had chances to join Premier League outfits more than once in recent years. He said no to Arsenal before Liverpool came for him in the summer. The Reds looked to be making tracks before Zubimendi decided that he was better off staying with Real Sociedad, the team the 25-year-old has played for throughout his entire senior career. But Liverpool legend Carragher feels they should be going back in given how perfect the club deemed Zubimendi to be for them. All the focus in the summer was on finding a deep number 6, with Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi close to joining. Given the recruitment team decided he was the one, why not revisit that interest and see if he can be persuaded to change his mind about a move to England? Carragher posed in the Telegraph. He also feels a new defender who can cover 2 positions will help Liverpool's quest for silverware. Liverpool also need another defender. I have been saying for a few years that the club needs a multi-purpose defender on the left, someone who can cover for Andrew Robertson or play centre-half without weakening the back line, Carragher added. Carragher suggested Zubimendi could potentially be persuaded to head to Liverpool, and it seems that might be the case. In September, it was reported the Spaniard had regrets on not making a move in the summer, and would be open to a move in future. And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.